YouTube, back at it again with Zenonzard. We're going to play a top tier green deck. Download Zenonzard now from the link in my description to have the chance of receiving up to 240 of 500 cards during the ongoing events and campaigns happening in July. Also, check my pinned comment for free to play competitive decks. Now let me quickly tell you what this deck is all about. The capability of this deck is your main boss monster, the twin-horned Treewalker. This card cannot be targeted by card effects, and it gains 1 damage for every green in your back row. And you're gonna have a lot of greens in your back row. And normally your opponent's health is gonna be around 8 health. So basically, you're going to boost this up to try to set up for a 1-turn kill. And it's got 1,500 battle points. The top left is the mana. 10 mana is the most mana you could have. Now in a regular mana game, you have to wait every turn, slowly, one by one by one. Not in this game. In this game, inherently, with your minions, you could put them into your back row to create a mana. So basically, every turn, you could gain 2 mana, and then we're gonna play other cards in the deck that will also increase our mana. So instead of turn 10, we could summon this potentially on turn 4 or turn 5, based on how we're drawing. 1,500 battle points means if you battle with something equal to, it will get destroyed. You don't lose battle points when you oppose another battle point user, but if you are able to attack directly to their face or to their forces, that's when you deal the damage points. So the battle points have nothing to do with damage you deal to the face and or the forces, and the battle points is just for battling other units. And 1,500 is huge. That's the biggest unit I've ever seen. Real quickly, how do you deal that lethal damage? How do you prevent this from being blocked by tiny units? Because it doesn't have piercing damage. A tiny unit will block it every turn. And then you have this big unit that can't be targeted, deals a ton of damage, has a lot of battle points, being blocked by a tiny unit every turn. Well, enter this card. This is the main 2-card combo. The big boy and this one. Try to mulligan for these 2 cards. If you have a giant green minion with a cost of 7 or higher on the field, the basic cost of this card while in your hand becomes 0. So what's the basic cost? Well, you could see that it's 8, but it's got 3 green. So the basic cost is 5 plus 3 green. So it's gonna cost only 3 green mana to activate this. I'll tell you what it does. You summon this, you end. You go back to your turn next turn. Then you activate this. It will put all of your opponent's minions into the rest state. They can't block. That's it. That's the wombo combo. You win. Untargetable. Huge. Then make it so no one could block you. Then the rest of the deck is just helping you gain mana and stall. This also helps you draw into combo cards. This will boost up your mana, getting you to your wombo combo faster. This will search for stall cards or reducing mana, gaining mana, or drawing cards. That's the rest of the deck. Gain mana, reduce damage, or draw cards just to do the ultimate combo of twin-horned Treewalker. This is a top-tier green deck. Let's go.
Your wife.
We'll switch to another one. I got another waifu. Well, which one do you want? Got a summer outfit for her. In this game, you truly do create a connection with your waifu or husbando or your
You have to date
furry. So
my bunny rabbit.
your bunny. As you win, your specific character will level up and will become better. I could duel Gia's Codeman buddy without her being online. And
punch you.
based off of how much Gia's been playing with her buddy
all the time.
will play the deck differently, stronger, better, or if Gia's a bad player, her buddy will play worse than originally it should.
My daddy.
So we're gonna swap to her.
Her swimsuit's way better.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
There you go.
There you go.
That one's way better.
We're ready for summer.
Hiya.
Let's get dueling. Find me a fool. All right. Playing against Emma. Let's check out the forces. Reduce the basic cost of magic cards in your hand by 2. So it's probably a magic focused deck. And all your minions gain plus 100 battle points during the duration of your turn. So it's an aggressive magic deck. Okay. Return. We're gonna keep the tree. The level 10 tree, we're gonna keep it. Because we lost last time we returned it back in the deck. And this is our main boss monster. This is the main one. It cannot be targeted by card effects, and it deals a lot of damage. Now the 0 is the damage points. It's at 0, so if I were to deal damage to the face or the forces, it will deal 0. But the passive effect is to gain 1 damage point per green in our base. So if we have 10 greens in our base, this is a 1-turn kill. It's our main card. All right, let's play a mana. Now, very good. Let's play the Flamingo. Reduce movement by 1, and if you do place a neutral mana into your base in the rest state, well, very good. Reduce our movement to 1. Did you see that 0? It's very tiny, but it's such an important number. Very good. Pass back to our opponent. Oh my, oh my, oh my. When you've placed a minion belonging to the Evoker class into your base this turn, draw 1 card. We could block this. It's 200 on a 300. Or we take 1 damage onto our force. This force is making it so we could attack and block, because it will put our rested units into the active state at the end of our turn. We're gonna pass. Keep the flamingo. All right, let's play a mana. If we don't have a mana card, you will play a colorless mana, guaranteed. I hate not being able to play a mana every turn. So whether it's either automated or you play a mana from your hand, it's ideal to have both. Now, because we placed a minion belonging to the Evoker class into our base this turn, we get to draw a card by summoning the Minotaur. A good neutral minion. Get drawing. And that card's in the rested state because it attacked, so I can attack. Now, the turn you summon, you could not attack the face. You must attack the forces only. Attack! When's gifted subs? At the end of this duel. We'll give 20 subs. Search your deck for a green base minion. Let's get searching. Yes, yes. Come to me, confirm. Now, we have our 1 movement. Let's use our 1 movement while we can before ending the turn. We want to gain mana every turn. We want to be able to summon the Twin Horn Treewalker, our main unit. Other games, you'd have to wait till turn 10. Not acceptable. In this game, you choose the pace of how fast you gain mana. All right, all right. Attacking. It's only 1 damage, so it's going to survive. I'll take it. Now, you could only interact with your opponent on their turn. When they declare an attack, it will create the flash phase. This is where I can activate something. You see? Flash phase right here. Should I block this? No, because we're going to gain mana. It's a debate. We want him to take our forces out, because when you lose a force, you get to play a mana into your back row. Now we're going to go to 5 mana. He does not know this, but we're getting to turn 10 faster now. It's a catch-up mechanic. Because you take out my force, now I get to play catch-up. Okay, let's play this. Now we're at 6 mana. Restore 1 life. Okay, we could restore 1 life. Get restoring. Boost up the life. And ooh, it's time for Sakura. Sakura, come forth. When summoned, add from the deck to the base. We're already on turn 7. We're on turn 8. 8 mana to his 4. We're double his mana. We need 10. We need 10. Focus. Okay, let's gain life. All right, all right, all right. And the turn. We're back to 9 health. Well, not back. We're above our starting health. Now, depending on how good your forces are, they steal health from you at the start of the duel. Get swinging on this force. We have to block. Wait. Is he forcing us to block? What's cards making us block? Because it's not optional. Whenever one of your minions belonging to the Hunter or Arcana class attacks, your opponent must block. And all his units are being boosted by this force. So if I make it a priority to take out that force, no longer will he be boosted on his turn. This is like the same deck that we lost to before. We're going to avenge ourselves. This forced block deck. Okay. You're gonna put me at 9 mana. I dare you. I dare you. 9 mana. Let's go. 9. Okay, now we're at 10. Now we're at 10. The ultimate twin horned Treewalker cannot be targeted by card effects, and it gains +1 damage for every green mana in my base. Chat, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? An untargetable? Let's go. Confirm. All 10 mana. 7. Freaking 7. Now, I could destroy one of his forces, but if I destroy one of his forces, I can't block. And he could do 4 damage to me. Reduce mana cost of cards by 2. I think we should go for the face. We need to survive. We need to focus on surviving. Focus on surviving. Ooh, I like this deck. We mismanaged our mulligan against Gia. You need to mulligan for this card. If you do not have the level 10 tree in your hand at the start of the duel, you need to mulligan. So, he's going for the face. This is when we could activate a card. And we could activate reduce damage to our life by 1 for the rest of the turn. Well, what's his damage? 1. Let's block it. Well, by block it with this spell. Interact on your opponent's turn in the flash phase, spending our 2... Now, Decade, how did you have 2 mana when you spent 10? These cards return to the active state. This mana at the end of your turn becomes active. So, even after spending 10 mana, we were able to get our 2 mana back in the end phase. Now we're back to 10. Gonna pass on playing a mana. We already have 10 out of 10. Let's make some plays. If you have a green minion, holy crap, we win! Gia, come here!
Woo!
This is the Wombo Combo!
Wombo Combo!
If you have a green minion with the cost of 7 or higher on the field, the basic cost of this card while in your hand becomes 0.
Do it!
Now, what does it do? It puts all of your opponent's minions into the rest state. In the rest state, he cannot block. This card cannot be targeted by card effects, has 7 damage, +1 per card in the back row. Let's go.
That's him.
Put everything into the rest. You cannot block me. Everything just
There
turn.
it is. That's it, Mang. Do it.
Back
7.
to Fortnite.
What?
Wait, what? Restore 2 points to your force. It's
Oh,
useless.
please.
It's useless. Nice try. Lethal. Holy moly.
You thought?
Okay, I initially didn't like this deck because we lost a Gia because we mismanaged our mulligan, but I love this
You
deck.
didn't like it because you
I like-
clapped?
We late gamed him on what, like turn 4? That was a quick duel for a late game
That
deck.
was clap.
That was a late game brought to the early game. Yes! Download Zenonzard now from the link in my description to have the chance of receiving up to 240 of 500 cards during the ongoing events and campaigns happening in July. Also, check my pinned comment for free-to-play competitive decks.